Hello everyone and welcome to West End Best Friend, and today we are joined by a very wonderful guest, cast member of Pretty Woman playing Happy Man. It's Bob Harms. Welcome to West End Best Friend. Bob, how are you doing?
I'm really good. Thanks for having me.
We're glad to have you. Of course, you are here with us in Pretty Woman, the musical. Now, for anyone who's never seen Pretty Woman, it's based off the film. Could you bring us a little bit up to speed? What is this show? What is the story about?
Well, Edward needs a ride. He gets lost in Hollywood and he needs to get to a hotel. He doesn't know where he is.
Mm-hmm.
Vivian turns up. She's a prostitute and says, "I'll drive your car to the hotel." And then they get on swimmingly, basically, and then it's just an unlikely couple. I'm sure there's more of a meaning to the whole show than that. That's what's coming to my head right now.
Well, it's a classic film. I'm sure most people watching this video will have seen the film or knows of this film. It is probably one of the first rom-coms that people think of when they think of the genre, right?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's an iconic show. And now you yourself, you're playing Happy Man, but people who have seen the film maybe don't know who that is. So a little bit more about kind of who you're playing and potentially your multiple roles in the show as well, right?
Yeah. Well, Happy Man is actually the title of the guy. If you watch the credits of the movie, it's the title of the guy that says, "Welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream?"
Yeah.
Which I think you see him very briefly in the film, but he's not so much of a role in the film.
Yeah.
But certainly in this, he acts as Vivian's very godfather and / narrator throughout the show. But it is a multi-role part. I also play Mr. Thompson, who is the hotel manager, who I'm sure everybody remembers because he's it's the one everybody kind of falls in love with him, really, because he's just a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there are several other places that I might turn up as well. So I don't want to ruin it.
Little cameos in there as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You kind of guide the audience through the show, don't you? You're kind of the link with the audience to the show. How does that? Is there any pressure there because you have to kind of interact and break the fourth wall sometimes? What is that like? Because it's not like a normal kind of straightforward role. What is that like for you?
Well, it's not. I don't think there's any pressure, but it's actually really good fun because it can change overnight because audience members react differently. Patrons sometimes are really quiet and then you have to pull it out of them, and then sometimes they're so loud that you can just kind of back off and I'll let you do it. It's a real gift of a role, and I think it's well put together, the role, anyway. So I think most people that do the role you would come away from it going, "Oh, I love that part." Because it's so well put together, and you're the one that actually interact with the audience as well.
Yeah, it does seem like a lot of fun. Did you have any experience with the film prior to the show, prior to it even being on Broadway? Do you remember watching the film kind of when it came out potentially? And did you see it on Broadway and then know you wanted to be a part of it when it came here? What is your kind of journey to this show specifically?
Well, I had seen the film before.
Yeah.
But I wasn't as familiar as a lot of people are with the film. But certainly when I was auditioning for it, I was watching it a lot just to kind of see, just to kind of maybe did they want me to be a bit like that, or should I be something different? And obviously Happy Man isn't really a thing. So, the story of how it came around for me was a lady I worked with on a job about 6 years ago. She was on Broadway at the time. Well, she wasn't working on Broadway, but she watched the show on Broadway.
Okay. Yeah.
She rang me from after watching it and said, "Bob, there's a part for you in this show. You've got to do it."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, yeah, what is it?" "Well, I've been talking to the producers and we're going to get you in." And I was like,
"Right.
How have you done that?" "Okay, great. Yeah, I'm up for it. Yeah, I'm game. Let's do it." Obviously, there was a lot more. There's a lot more. I had to audition for it several rounds to get the job in the end. But I did have a kind of, not as much a helping hand, but somebody put in a good word for me, let's say.
All right. No, nice. No, good. And this show is, of course, brilliant. Now, I just want to ask a couple of things about kind of the rehearsal process, because, as you said, some of your characters didn't properly exist in the film. So how much did you take from the film to inform your character? And then how much kind of was it you kind of developing it yourself? What was that process like, creating your two main characters, let's say?
Well, there was a kind of base structure from it being on Broadway and coming over. It was, a loose kind of shape of what was already there. But Jerry Mitchell wanted it to be, he said, I want you to make this your own. You don't have to do anything like we did then. And because I was a dancer, originally, I could throw a bit more in than perhaps Eric did on Broadway. A lot of the stuff with Happy Man, because like we said, he doesn't really exist in the film, just kind of came from, we had to decide, what is he? Where's he from? Why is he on the boulevard? What's his game?
Mm-hmm.
And so that was kind of interesting. Then you kind of build a character from there. And for me, he just had to be a kind of stark opposite to Mr. Thompson. I wanted him to be so different that obviously it's a discernible difference. But with the audience still knowing that you are the same person.
So of course your character Happy Man, one of his main lines is, "Everyone's got a dream. What's your dream?" And I wanted to ask you, I'm pretty sure you're currently living it, but what is your dream?
Gosh. That's a pretty big question, isn't it? That's really tricky. I think my dream is just to kind of be successful and be proud of what I do, but continue to work through the rest of my life. I often say that I'm not going to retire, so I just hope that I can be as successful as I am currently. Because it doesn't always go like that. As in, it's many times there are ups and downs in this industry. And this is, certainly an up. So I guess that would be my dream. Or actually, my dream is just to be happy.
That's lovely. Of course, that's wonderful. I was going to ask, do you have any other? Because I was assuming that your dream would be to be on stage, but you're already there. You're already on stage. I mean,
I'd like to do other stuff as well. Screen or whatever, anybody's watching, great face for Screen.
Your profiles, there we go, get those profiles in as well.
Although I do have makeup on, I don't have big eyebrows like this normally.
Brilliant. No, that's a lovely answer. That is a really, really nice answer. And it's something to think about, of course, as your character says in the show, never give up on a dream. And to end off this interview, thank you so much for kind of taking the time to chat to us. To finish off, one final question. Why should people book tickets to see Pretty Woman, other than the reasons we've already said?
It is a great night out.
Definitely.
You'll walk away happy. I think you'll be surprised at how much you do enjoy it. You get to hear some great singing. You get to see some great dancing. You get to see Danny Mac with his shirt off.
That's a selling point.
That for me, that's it, really. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you. And to everyone who wants to book tickets, make sure you head to the West End Best Friend website and click on the tickets tab. But for now, Bob, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us.
Thanks very much for having me. I've had a great time.